Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Jamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Prabhupada Jaya Srila Prabhupada Nitya Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitya Hari Bol Nitya Premanandi Hari Hari Bol Jaya Shri Radhe Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 1, Text 21. Knowing well that the age of Kali has already begun, we are assembled here in this holy place to hear at great length the transcendental message of Godhead, and in this way perform sacrifice. Purport. This age of Kali is not at all suitable for self-realization, as was Satya Yuga, the golden age, or Treta or Dwarpa Yugas, the silver and copper ages. For self-realization, the people in Satya Yuga, living a lifetime of 100,000 years, were able to perform prolonged meditation. And in Treta Yuga, when the duration of life was 10,000 years, self-realization was attained by performance of great sacrifice. And in Dwarpa Yuga, when the duration of life was 1,000 years, self-realization was attained by worship of the Lord. But in Kali Yuga, the maximum duration of life being 100 years only, and that combined with various difficulties, the recommended process of self-realization is that of hearing and chanting of the holy name, fame, and pastimes of the Lord. The sages of Naimisharanya began this process in a place meant specifically for the devotees of the Lord. They prepared themselves to hear the pastimes of the Lord over a period of 1,000 years. By the example of these sages, one should learn that regular hearing and recitation of the Bhagavatam is the only way for self-realization. Other attempts are simply a waste of time, for they do not give any tangible results. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu preached this system of Bhagavat Dharma, and he recommended that all those who were born in India should take the responsibility of broadcasting the messages of Lord Sri Krishna, primarily the message of Bhagavad Gita. And when one is established in the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, he can take up the study of Srimad Bhagavatam for further enlightenment and self-realization. So you start with the Bhagavad Gita as it is, and you read all that, you finish it, you read the whole thing, and then you move on to Srimad Bhagavatam for further enlightenment and self-realization. This is the process in Kali Yuga. Our process is hearing and chanting. This is how we make spiritual progress. This is how we become more and more self-realized and become more and more blissful on the spiritual path. Through consistent hearing and chanting. Chanting the holy names, Hare Krishna, reading the books, Bhagavad Gita as it is, Srimad Bhagavatam, and many others. This is the path. This is the process. And it's a blissful process. And you get new and new realizations, and you become more and more Krishna conscious throughout this process. And you experience more and more pleasure. You become intoxicated with Krishna's love. Hare Krishna. So, text 22. Twam na sardishito datra, dustarnam nistitir shatam, kalim sattva haram kumsam, karna dara ivarnavam. Translation. We think that we have met your goodness by the will of providence, just so that we may accept you as the captain of the ship for those who desire to cross the difficult ocean of Kali, which deteriorates all the good qualities of a human being. Purport. The age of Kali is very dangerous for the human being. Human life is simply meant for self-realization. But due to this dangerous age, men have completely forgotten the aim of life. And in this age, the lifespan will gradually decrease. People will gradually lose their memory, finer sentiments, strength, and better qualities. A list of the anomalies for this age is given in the 12th canto of this work. And so this age is very difficult for those who want to utilize this life for self-realization. The people are so busy with sense gratification that they completely forget about self-realization. Out of madness, they frankly say that there is no need for self-realization, because they do not realize that this brief life is but a moment on our great journey towards self-realization. That's what this life is. It's a journey towards self-realization. And this life is brief. We're here for some time. We can go away. At any moment, death can come. I've known a couple people in my life who are younger than me, and one day they were here, the next day they were gone, due to some illness or some unexpected illness or to some unexpected accident. So don't take life for granted, because you never know what can happen. And understand that life is meant for simply self-realization. So your priority in life, you can take care of other your responsibilities, but your priority in life is self-realization always. So that should be your number one priority, and everything else falls behind that. The whole system of education is geared to sense gratification, and if a learned man thinks it over, he sees that children of this age are being intentionally sent to the slaughterhouses of so-called education. These so-called schools are the slaughterhouses because they're not teaching the real knowledge. Because this whole purpose of life is self-realization, but they're not teaching this knowledge. You can teach some basic knowledge, but the number one thing should be that life is meant for self-realization. But nowadays they don't teach this in school; they avoid it. Learned men, therefore, must be cautious of this age, and if they at all want to cross over the dangerous ocean of Kali, they must follow the footsteps of the sages of Naimisharanya and accept Sri Sutta Goswami or his bona fide representative as the captain of the ship. The ship is the message of Lord Sri Krishna in the shape of Bhagavad Gita or the Srimad Bhagavatam. The ship is the message. So the message of Lord Krishna can help you cross over the ocean of material existence. Text 23, Bruhe Yogeshvare Krishna Brahmanye Dharma Varmana Swakastam Aruno Pete Dharma Kam Sharanam Gata. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Let's read from Srila Prabhupada lectures. They're very insightful. Very insightful. Yata mam prapadyante tam stathaiva bhajamyaham. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, text 11. You deal with Krishna as you deal, he reciprocates. That is Krishna. So Krishna is describing now Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga means Bhakti Yoga. This word Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi means intelligence. One who is very intelligent, he can take to Krishna consciousness. Therefore, Bhakti Yoga's another name is Buddhi Yoga. Buddhi Yoga. Because Buddhi Yoga, there are many verses in the Bhagavad Gita you'll find, just like Krishna says, Bahunam janmanam ante gyanavan mam prapadyate vasudeva sarvam iti. Samahatma Sudurlabha, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text 19. Krishna says, after many, many births, endeavor, because everyone is trying to be happy. That is the struggle for existence. Why the struggle? To become happy. So sometimes they are karmis, sometimes they are jnanis, sometimes they are yogis, sometimes. As soon as they become bhakta, that is success. But so long he is not bhakta, but otherwise karmis, jnanis. Generally, they are divided, karmis, jnanis, yogis. Therefore, Rupa Goswami has said, Bhukti Mukti Spraha Yavat Pasachi Hridi Yavartate Tavad Bhakti Su Kas Yatra Kata Abhyudayo Bhavet. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai, Shri Guru Parampara Ki Jai, Shri Manayendra Prabhu Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai, Shri Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Prabhupada, Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Premanandi Hari Bol, Jaya Shri Radhe Sham. Hare Krishna.